Hello, I am Jay Antoine Shade, University of West Georgia, Education Specialist Program in Secondary Biology. Today, I would like to talk to you about the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender population and those individuals that identify as such. When I was actually trying to find articles to support this population, there was actually very few articles, and that resonated with me about there is a lack of research about supporting this particular population of students, and hopefully one day I will have the great opportunity to be an author of an article or present a conference, because this again is a population that is an unsung, hidden, and then also just masked by today's society. So I'd like to talk to you about my current situation in my classroom. I have two students in my class that identify as members of the LGBT community. And so one of the students, we actually talked around November, December, and he said that, Mr. Shade, this is the first year that I've not been bullied. And this student had to be homebound last year because of his suicidal actions and thoughts and claims, and he was homebound to make sure that he has the mental and social support that he needs to make sure that he is well both mentally and physically. So this student said that the classroom felt like it was a place where he could belong. And that is important for the LGBT community, because we know that relationships with special teachers emerge again and again. All right. So many interviews have been held, and just talking to students. For an example, the students that are identified in the article, there's always that one special teacher, or there's always that one teacher. The students talked about that teacher that made them feel like home and loved and cared for. So it's important that all students have that voice in the building, an adult that they can trust. My principal constantly goes on the news and states that, hey, kids, I need you to find and identify or think about that one adult in the building that you can talk to. And he says that if you cannot think of one, I'll be that adult. So we just make sure that every student has someone that they can talk to. And it's important for students to feel loved. Also, the LGBT community needs to be represented in our curriculum. So we have a very, I feel, narrow-minded viewpoint on the text that we use, etc., because of different viewpoints of the majority. But I feel that just like a couple years ago, interracial marriage was unheard of, um, or talked bad about, or just stereotypes between different genders, races, etc., was prevalent in our community and our nation. And I feel that it's the same. So we need to make sure that we build a curriculum that includes everyone, because we know that everyone has a story and everyone wants to be represented. So this article by Robert McGarry says that, and I pulled some of his bullet points, not all of them, that I thought that was key. It said to make sure that our analogies used when teaching don't express heterosexual as the only possibility, but one of many. All right, and that is key, because we need to just say, hey, there's other people that identify with other things, and then also we need to build knowledge of vocabulary like ally, respect, and diversity. So, what does it mean to be an ally? what does it mean to respect someone? And then how can diversity influence and actually be a positive thing within our community? And then also, we need to make sure that we consider and control the way stereotypes are perceived and intervene when students or other staff um, um, perpetuate them. So it's important that within the community that we don't really focus necessarily on having people that hype up the stereotypes, but make sure that we have people that support them and educate the public about those stereotypes. The last thing, um, as far as what we can do in our classrooms, is have a gay straight alliance. I actually participated in this club in high school, and it was a great experience for myself. So a survey from the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network actually found that um, individuals are less likely to feel unsafe for reasons associated with their sexual orientation. They are also less likely to hear homophobic language regularly at their school. And the report considerably higher levels of peer acceptance. And this is extremely important because I feel that every single person, if they have a soul and if they're human, they need to feel accepted and loved. Because that's the one thing that we all share is mankind and our ability to think and be creative and contribute to our society. A suggestion that I would have for the teaching community is to support LGBT students, we have to support LGBT teachers. And one of the classmates that I am with in this course actually had this article, and it really stuck with me. So what this study did was they found that LGBT teachers think that their jobs are at risk if they come out to their students. So that means that students do not have role models, and LGBT students have teachers, LGBT and non LGBT, who have not had professional development related to teaching those students, are less prepared and effectively meeting the students' needs. And that is key because we say, hey, we want to make sure that we diversify our teaching profession, but we talk about skin color. We need to get black males like myself into the classroom. We need to get Latinos into the classroom, so our students can look up to someone. But rarely do we say, hey, let's hire someone that identifies themselves as a member of LGBT community, and how do we support them? So my plea to the education world and my profession is to make sure that we support our LGBT teacher population, because that would indeed have students feel that they can communicate, they can respect that community without being a part of the community, or they can respect the community and see themselves as a vital member and someone that can contribute to society. Well, I thank you again for listening to my ideas, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk about this topic. Thank you.